Master grower takes care of everything from the very beginning production to the very end. Everything from the seeds to the clones to the vegetation stage to the flowering stage, all the way to the trimming, to the packaging, everything up until the sale of it. So I've had 20 years of experience doing all kinds of experimental stuff. I've really come to a conclusion on what's the best way to do things, and it's constantly changing, so I'm always keeping up with the times, and I want to make sure to always stay with the times and grow the best possible cannabis in the world. This is the most impressive thing I've ever been a part of. I've worked my whole life to get to this, and it's honestly unbelievable. The amount of help, and we have horticulturalists working with us. We have QA guys who are quality assurance to make sure that everything passes so that we can sell it. From Health Canada, working in compliance with Health Canada. So yeah, we're a strong team here. We all have each other's back, and together as a team, we're doing an excellent job up to now, and we'll continue to do in the future. It's a dream come true. There's going to be a lot of organizing involved. I know all of the steps from beginning to end. I'm going to run a full team. Everybody I hire will have experience in the industry. We're going to go with the Agrolux 1000 watt HPS. They're double-ended light bulbs, and we even went with the wide spectrum ones. All of the cannabis is going to be grown in what's called cocoa, where the specific brand that we're using is Psycho Cocoa Choir. It's the closest thing to growing in soil, so it acts as a soil. Basically, the cocoa is great for plant roots, for holding moisture. It doesn't attract insects, which a lot of soils do. It's approved by Health Canada. That's another reason. It's used by most, if not all, of the LPs. We currently have 5 grow rooms, okay, which on average have between 30 and 40 lights in each one. Those are the flowering rooms. Now we have the vegetation rooms. We have 2 vegetation rooms, which have about 40 lights in each, so a total of 80 vegetation lights. We also have the mother room, which we're going to keep all our mothers, which we're going to do our cloning. And then we have the baby room, where we're going to make all our babies. We're going to make sure we always have enough babies so that as soon as one crop is finished, another one will come in literally that day. We could fit technically, if you divide 365 by 5, it'll fit 5.6 crops. So in any given year, 5 to 6 crops. Basically, when we're in full production, there's 160 lights that I know personally I've never done less than 1.5 pounds per light. With the amount of stuff that they're giving me here and the amazing HVAC system they've put in, with max air conditioning, dehumidification, I can easily see us getting 2 pounds per light. That's going to be my goal. If we do the math on that, it comes to about 1,700 pounds per year, which if you transfer that into grams is 750,000 grams. It's going to be maximum security, like a maximum security prison. Look, we doubled the size of the vault because we want to always have enough room to fit. Doing a quick calculation, we could fit at least 1,000 kilograms. I know in general it's 4 to 7 cents per kilowatt. We're waiting for the estimates from Hydro-Quebec, actually, who should be giving us the estimates shortly. But what I do have to say is that of all the provinces in Canada, Quebec is the lowest cost for electricity. We have reverse osmosis water, which is for every 10 liters of water that's poured out of the tap, it's being filtered down to 1 liter of water, of purified water with no heavy metals in it, no chlorine in it. So I'm extremely excited about that. Also, all of the water is being transferred to our nutrient room on a different schedule throughout the year. We're always going to have different mixes of nutrients for different stages. I'll be working in direct connection with a horticulturalist on a day-to-day basis. I've never had that before. That's something, it's a dream come true, because if there's anything wrong with any one leaf in this entire place goes wrong, that leaf goes to the horticulturalist, who brings it to a lab, who analyzes it and brings it back to me with a full scale explanation on what went wrong with that one leaf. We have an integrated pest management system that we're going to use. Basically, we're going to be introducing predators into our ecosystem. Instead of using pesticides, stuff that isn't approved by Health Canada, we're only going to be using that. The CO2 is something that's going to increase our production by at least 20% per year. There's a system in place that's connected directly to my phone and computer. Should any temperature drop lower than I want, should any temperature go higher than I want, should there be too much CO2 in the room, I will get a direct notification, even if it's 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm asleep at my house, which is not too far away from here. I will race over here. This is going to be my life. This is going to be my pride and joy. This is going to be my baby. This is going to be where I am at every single day. And I've worked a long time to get here, and I'm definitely not going to let this opportunity slip away. That's, I can guarantee. Well, it's already previously been discussed with them that any future projects that they have, they would like me to advise on it, and I'm extremely excited about that, because it means there's no limit, and I'm extremely excited about working with them in the future.
Tyco is installing all of the security equipment here at Matica. We are putting in cameras and card access readers and iris readers, full alarm system with motion detectors, smoke detectors in the vault, door contacts on every door in the facility. We're protecting the space from top to bottom, inside and out. Cameras around the perimeter, card readers on all the doors. Once you're inside, we've got iris readers at the main points that are most important: the front door, the side door, the vault, most importantly, where you scan your irises so that only the people who are really allowed in here are able to get in. And we're about 75% done our own installation, and we've got all of our equipment up on the walls in the security room. That's fully done and ready to go. And we're just waiting on walls to be closed up so we can put our cameras up on the ceilings and motion detectors on the wall and program the system and get it locked down. The cameras are installed outside, ready to go. We just need to get the system up and running inside and power them up, and we'll be in business.
It's going great. We're advancing at a very quick pace. We're at the final stages of our project. We're double checking. We just finished passing all our inspections with our engineers and our architects. They gave us the green light to finally close the walls. We're projecting hopefully to have everything back online, or online, I see, by the end of the year. This is our projection. We're getting ready for our finishing as of next week. As you see, we're in the process of doing our plastering. We have our 2 compound epoxies coming in for the floors and the walls for our grow rooms. Our systems are being activated as we speak: security, ventilation, HVAC systems. Look, we're right on track, and we're right on budget, so we couldn't be happier and prouder. It's a very special project. We've hired the best engineers in the province of Quebec. We're working hand in hand with our architects. These are not standard systems. The HVAC units alone are custom built. We're looking at over 100 tons of power based on 7 rooms. These systems are actually, how can I put this, automated. There are systems that are controlled automatically for security systems. An example, if our CO2 levels are too high, the systems automatically shut down, evacuate the air. I was told, and I was mandated to make sure that security is the #1 issue for the project, followed by quality control. So we are doing everything at the top level, the best we can do. We have the teams for it. I personally handpicked all the teams to make sure that everything comes together. Listen, I couldn't be happier with the teams. We are progressing at a speed that's unbelievable. So really proud with everyone.
Being involved with Matica has been interesting. I came on board just when they're realizing that the opportunity we had in Nova Scotia was like our partner was not keeping his end of the bargain, and we tried everything to save that situation, and despite our best efforts, we were unsuccessful. But Boris was able to negotiate a deal with people who have invested in that opportunity, and we're going to recover our funds through shares of a new listed company. So it's actually turned out to be a good thing, because without that, we wouldn't have had this opportunity. This is a much better facility than what was being built in Nova Scotia. It's larger. The deal is better for us. We're going to have a 70% interest versus a 50-50. We learned from that first opportunity, 50-50s don't work, because two people are never going to agree on everything. Oh, every time we come here, it's exciting. Like it's advancing so fast. It may not look like it, but finishing the drywall is something that'll take 10 days to 2 weeks, and this will all be closed in. It was held back because of all the intricate systems they had to put in the walls, all the CO2 monitors, make sure like if the levels go up to a dangerous level, like everything gets shut down, people can't go into rooms that are hazardous, like, and all of that had to be put in place and inspected and approved before they could do any closing of the walls. So now that the inspection was done last week, they've got the green light to close, and they're going like gangbusters to close up all the walls. This will look completely different in 2 weeks' time. So, well, the next video we'll be shooting will be for Health Canada to show them that everything's in place, and with that they'll either issue a cultivation license or come and do a walkthrough and then issue a cultivation license.
And when do you think that's going to happen?
Realistically, we should be shooting the video before the end of this year, and starting to grow like early in January. We've always stated that the build out will be completed by the end of November, so that's on schedule. When the build out's complete, we then have to we have to put in the systems that aren't here yet. Like the packaging system has to be in, all the Tyco systems, security systems have to be booted up. We have to have our ordering system in place, our quality assurance system in place. There's going to be a system where they're going to have guns like they do at the stores for inventory control, and every plant or every pot is coded and it's tracked in the system for Health Canada every time it's moved. Every time it goes from one room to the other, it's weighed, right? So that if there's any discrepancy, it's registered. You know, during the drying process, obviously you've got to monitor the weight as you're drying to account for the loss in the weight of the product due to the drying of it. So it's all very sophisticated.
Oh, it's state of the art. It's incredible. It's when you walk in and you see what's been done, it's just almost mind-boggling. I've been through a lot of facilities, and I got to say, I think ours is the best we've seen. Well, we raised about $2.5 million a little while ago, and well, this is where the money went. We do a walk around. We'll show you exactly where the money was spent and how it was well spent. Every penny has gone into this operation where it should, because that's where the value in the company is. Yeah, we've gone state of the art with everything. We've really tried to take the technology that's available today and really utilize that, not using things that have been used 20, 30 years ago. This is all absolute state of the art, and this will be state of the art for quite some time. This operation will not age. Well, the vault's interesting. With the change in rules, basically we can grow as much product as our vault can handle. So we doubled up the size of the vault. We thought it was a good idea. Well, 10,000 square feet is on the smaller side, obviously. Ultimately, we would like to get to a point where we've got about 400,000 square feet of growing space. That gives us the volume we need to get the economies of scale to come in, where our price can be down in the 60-cent level.